Hello and welcome to Real Talk. I'm Ben. I'm here with Rain, Haley, and CJ. And we recently found out that they're adding 5 extra minutes in classes next year.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm not fond of the idea, but
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine, especially for the Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. It feels like you're there, like professor just starts talking and instantly class is already over. At least the ones that aren't terrible.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I feel like Tuesday, Thursday classes are already so tough to get through.
Yeah, I agree with you because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I have class from 2 to 4:45 and it's so hard to sit there.
yeah, and imagining that like being extended, I can't.
No, me either. I can't picture that at all.
Listen, I'm old. That is all. No, Tuesday, Thursdays are terrible. I agree. You barely survive those when getting through them, but yeah, I think it's fine for the 3-day week ones because they're tiny. But Tuesday, Thursday, it's already gonna 5 more minutes is like gonna be like 30 more minutes for me. But
Yeah, it's I don't like the idea at all. That's just how I feel about that.
I feel like some of my classes I really do enjoy them. Not to be like a nerd or anything, but but sometimes like the teacher will get into something that I think is interesting, and then like most of my classes were very talkative. I don't know if that's just my experience, but like sometimes we talk until like the end of class. So like sometimes I'm like, oh man, like we'll have to catch up later or something like that. So for like just to talk to friends more, sure, I'm okay with it. But like in terms of like learning more.
That's how I am about my dance class. I have it on Mondays and Wednesday mornings, only twice a week. But sometimes I wish I had more time so that I could dance more.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing is at least for me, more like sciencey classes, and they're just like heavy lectures. They're terrible, and whenever you have them for like longer, it feels like gets like increasingly worse, and you have like a very finite amount of time where you're learning anything.
That's how I feel about my bio lab on Tuesday mornings at 8:30.
Oh my god.
So bad.
I had a Greek mythology class that I took last semester. It was the best class ever. Shout out to Tyson Sukava. But that is a class that I wish could go for 5 minutes longer, just because it is fun. But like, out of the list of classes, I'm like, maybe that one, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Well-
what about like the 3-hour lectures? Because like next semester I have a 3-hour lecture on Mondays, so is that gonna go 5 extra minutes?
I don't know. And what bothers me is that now it's uneven because it's 150 minutes, like 2.5 hours for all the classes. But now the Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes are going to have an extra 5 minutes, which I'm not saying that can change a lot, but like, just bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my German class right now is 4 times a week. So an extra 5 minutes to that, I don't know.
It's kind of giving me like high school flashbacks because I remember like when I was in middle school going on to high school, they changed the hours. So like we had to get to school earlier and we got out later. And so many people protested against that they changed the hours back. Like, I can't remember, I think I had to get to school at 7 and I didn't get out until 3:30. And then
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they changed it back to like 8 and you get out at 3.
Yeah, our school, just to get a tiny bit off topic, but in high school, our school added like 5.5 extra minutes to each period. And what they did is they just rearranged everything so that it'd be like period 5/6, period 7/8.
Something happened like to me in my high school too. We used to have 12 periods and a bunch of half periods, and then they made it to block scheduling once COVID happened.
I see. But it was just, they added like insurmountable complexity that like you almost like lost any like positives that you gained from it just because of
Yeah.
like people like not knowing time as a result.
Yeah, we used to have like half periods for lunch, which got so confusing.
But what about you, Ben? How about your classes? What do you think about them? Because you got a bit different schedules than I.
Well, I only have 4 classes a semester, one of which I don't even need. I just have it to stay full time. So the extra 5 minutes isn't really going to affect me. But
Because you're done. You're out of here.
I am hitting the road. I'm moseying on out of here.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
one of us.
Yeah, Ben and I are escaping, so our opinion is relatively, unimpactful. But
Yeah, I'm here for another 3 years, so I got lots of time to debate this
You have
5 minutes.
Lots of time to enjoy that extra
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes.
I will
per
soak up
class.
every single minute of it.
let's see,
All 5 of them.
Oh, all 5.
15 minutes a week. Multiply that out by 5. I'd say it's a few hours, and then some.
Oh yeah.
Now, I have no way to support my claim, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like the school being accredited.
Yes, it is. I saw something about it. It was an email. It was basically saying that we need more time to be in classes because we're not considered like full time or something because of our extended break and all that stuff.
Right.
Don't we go like for infinity though? Like I know some of my friends are like finishing up their semester like this week
Oh
or
yeah,
so.
I know people whose
And-
last class is this week, and I'm like, I have a month.
It's like we got to stay a little bit extra. So I'm not sure about that.
That's very interesting. That like so, if I'm getting that correctly, they're saying like we have to add the minutes because we like our breaks. Are
I heard
so
something. I heard
extensive.
a rumor about that. I'm not sure if that is true or not, but I know that we have to be in classes more.
I just think that's interesting because I know like I have a friend who goes to a school in Florida and like in his area there's a large, I think it's a Jewish community, so
Okay.
they have to like honor a lot of Jewish holidays, but they also honor like other Christian holidays too. So like they get Easter off and Passover
That's
off,
nice.
and they get like a March break. So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
so I can't imagine.
Yeah. Also, I heard that some schools have a fall break, but we don't.
No, we do not.
Yeah.
I remember all of my home friends like being like, "Hey, this is fall break time. Are y'all ready to hang out?" And I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean by that? You mean Thanksgiving?"
At Del Tech, they don't even have like, I mean, they have a spring break, but it's not a spring break. Come on, Del Tech, you know what you're doing.
My friend swims at Montclair, and she did not have a break at all for winter. She was home for like a week, and that was it. Because of swim, she had to be there for the entire
Oh
time.
my gosh.
So she's not even done until like the end of April, beginning of May. So kind of around the same time as us, but she's still been in school longer. It's just very weird.
Well, that was very interesting, but we're going to move on now. Yoda and Troy have asked some UD students about their craziest, weirdest regrets and confessions. So let's take a look at that.
Oh boy.
Let me fix my hair.
What is your worst college confession?
Hooking up with a kid and staying with him for a little bit after I found out he had a foot fetish and was a little bit too far.
Oh Lord! We're good.
Okay, so the question is, what's your biggest regret?
No, like in college, here, this year.
Yeah, in college.
Your first
Okay,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Your first year.
Oh my gosh, not going to class. Yeah. Skipping my classes. Yeah.
A bunch.
They're like the classes that don't really take attendance.
Okay, that's fine.
Not joining as many like clubs, making like opportunities.
Biggest regret in college. Regret? Not going out as much, I would say. Not doing a lot of work, schoolwork. Schoolwork comes first. Yeah.
Then we party. Then we party.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your biggest regret this school year? I got caught for cheating.
Oh
Damn.
shit.
It was bad.
Shit. Did you pass the class?
Yeah.
Oh, good shit,
Somehow.
good shit, good shit.
Somehow. Damn, bro.
Jesus. Thank you. Oh,
So, what's your biggest regret in college so far? Or just this year?
Okay, so far, I flipped a coin when choosing a school, and I ended up going to Tampa in the fall, and then they didn't have my major, so now I'm here.
Oh, I mean, hey, welcome to UD. You made it. You made it.
I made it finally.
Yeah. You left the bum school. You can't hear it. You're here now.
Well, we all know actors, and they could be pretty controversial sometimes. And I think Rain has some stuff to say about that.
Yeah, I'm always talking about controversy. Controversy. Wow, that's a hard word to say. So the first person I have is Megan Fox, and I want to start off by saying, like, I don't think she's a bad actress or a bad person or anything. I wanted to talk about her because she's often over-sexualized in Hollywood. A lot of her roles in her movies, you know, they have her in very revealing stuff, which
Transformers.
yes, good example. Like, and it's not because she's a bad actress, but I think some people find her controversial because of her relationship with MGK.
Aren't they broken up?
That's what I'm hearing now, and I just think it's interesting because he, like, whether you like him or not as an artist, he says a lot of stuff about women's bodies. So for her to like talk about like, oh, Hollywood shouldn't have actresses like this, but then she's going to be with a person who's like very outwardly talking about women's bodies. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I understand what you mean because she's saying one thing and then doing another, which like doesn't make sense.
yeah, yeah. And it's like, one thing she was talking about was during the filming of Jennifer's Body, she was like, well, you know, it's so easy for a woman to get caught up in a like toxic relationship with a man and not even know it. And then here she is agreeing to like take blood for this.
Yes,
man.
I was about
Like,
to say that. Like, I remember that thing was like on Instagram. Everyone was like, "What?"
Right. I mean, whether you love him or hate him, I think it's not constructive.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Another thing too is Britney Spears. Like I liked her music like when I was younger, and some of her older stuff is good. But people are saying, is she truly crazy or not?
Yeah, like if we can recall, like in the early 2000s, she did have like a little bit of a mental breakdown because of the paparazzi, where she shaved her head. And if you remember, like the video of the guy who's like crying, and he's like, "Leave Britney alone." But like,
You know, I think she was crazy. Who gets to decide crazy? Like, I think she was crazy. I mean, I guess psychologists, psychiatrists get to decide
Rain,
crazy.
Get
as a
one on Real
psychology
Talk
major,
right
can you
now.
tell me what defines crazy?
But like, I think she was crazy. Why can't you just let a woman be crazy?
I agree with you on that. Why not? Why not?
Oh yeah. Some of the things though are just crazy in general. With not even just Britney Spears, but also Kim Kardashian too. Like the Kardashians as a whole, like the amount of stuff they have for themselves, their TV show, just everything in general.
My biggest problem with the Kardashians, the one I like specifically keep my eye on because I'm like, how dare you, is is Khloe Kardashian, because she tried to, I don't even know where to start with this. She got interviewed like a day in her life or something like that. And they were talking about how nice her organization is. And she was like, I have my own diagnosis. I have close CD. And a lot of people were really upset about this. And I know, like, it's already so stereotyped. And like for her with the platform she has.
Yeah.
So many people were like, oh, I have close CD. And
That,
it's
that
like,
can be dementia.
I don't. This might be a bit unrelated, but isn't she the one that like said she like only ate cereal with water, or am I miss?
Oh, she had never tried cereal
Or-
with milk. I don't know if that was her, but I never tried.
No, Ben knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Listen,
I don't know.
bro.
I just don't
That's
follow the
crazy.
Kardashians at all.
Yeah.
I never did, never have, never watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. All my friends did. I was like, nope, not for me,
You did
not my
not
thing.
want to keep up with.
No, I just really didn't want to keep up with the Kardashians
what was
at
there
all.
to even keep up
Zero
with?
keeping up has been done here.
They still rich? Oh yeah, they're still rich.
Still got money? Yeah, I think so.
I guess I'm caught up.
Are they still on their fifth husband? Yes, I think so.
Listen, when are they getting OJ on the show? That's what I need to know. Listen.
He's
this
a
is really keeping
controversial
up.
celebrity.
I mean, he is a controversial one. How do you feel?
Did
How do
he
you?
do
How
it?
do you? all-
Did he not do it?
I think according to the civil case he did, but according to the criminal one, he
don't know.
may not have.
Where'd the glove go?
The Kardashians took it and framed it in their house.
Oh my God, I remember that episode.
Yeah, because you and I just watched that show so much, I know.
Of course. Of course.
You're very caught up.
Yeah, we sit every single day, right here, and we watch it live.
Live
Right
on
here.
right up by there.
Right there.
In front of. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then another one, too, is as Alec Baldwin. What do you guys think about that?
Like,
Oh God.
the Alec Baldwin stuff, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really know. It seems like there is definitely some fault for him, but also, like, I don't think there's any reason for him to have believed that there would be bullets in that gun. you
Yeah.
know? Like,
How long ago was that?
That was.
It's a year now, I think.
I think it was a
right? Or is
year,
it
so
2
yeah.
years.
Seems like such a long time ago.
Seriously, right.
No.
I remember seeing online, like, a lot of people were like, he actually needs to serve like 5 years, like, to make this right, because he shouldn't have been like waving a prop around and blah blah blah. And it's like,
they
how
were
would,
shooting, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I feel like a lot of people just don't understand the situation, and they're so quick to assume.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy.
My understanding was he had basically done like a very it was basically gross negligence all around the board. Like I think it was like 2 people were supposed to check it for him, or 1 person was supposed to set up, 1 person was supposed to check it, and then he had it. And then what he did was basically he was essentially like, at least from what I understand, is like playing around with it, basically like off of camera, basically like racking it back and forth like in front of people, which is something you still shouldn't do. So it's basically like 7 bad things all happened at once that should not have happened, any 7 of them or something.
Right. Like,
So-
if anything, I feel like he shouldn't take the blame for that. We need to like hold the other people accountable first for canceling him over something he had no control over.
Yeah. Even just like you saw him like throw up outside of the police station or something like.
I know,
like,
poor guy,
Yeah,
like-
no, it's like
Like,
it's terrible.
Why were there real bullets on set in the first place? Like,
That's what I'm
confusing to me.
saying.
Yeah.
It's just not good. Also, they have like all these props, so they shouldn't be having that stuff on set.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of things going on behind the scene that are bad, we were talking about The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, I was talking about The Wizard of Oz earlier. I watched it earlier today, and we were talking about Judy Garland and how she was like sexualized on set, and how there's a bunch of stuff in that movie that was wrong. What do you guys think about The Wizard of Oz?
It's just all sad.
I'm just glad for the actor protections now from what they had back
Yes.
then.
Don't get me wrong, like it's a very good movie. It's a classic, but it's so sad about all the stuff that's happened because of the movie.
Well, I have a question for you guys. Have you ever wondered what I look like in a gamer headset?
I guess
No,
Well,
not really.
my
But I guess we're about to
girlfriend-
find out.
My girlfriend Megan has put together a package for us, telling us the day in her life. So let's take a look at that.
Take a look.
Woo!
Hey guys, and welcome to a day in my life. I started my day around 6:30 a.m., and despite my face, I was not happy to be awake. My boyfriend Ben and I went to the gym. It's about a 15-minute walk from my apartment, straight down Main Street, but at least it was quiet. Today was back and biceps day, which frankly, I don't hate, but let's be real, who really wants to be up at 6:30 in the morning? Next, I had to go to work. I'm an oral communication consultant at the UD Writing Center, which essentially is just a public speaking tutor. I work from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so it's pretty quiet when I get there in the morning. I didn't have any appointments today, so I basically just got paid for doing my homework. I did a lot of prepping for my television production class because I had a script review meeting with my professor later today. I think it turned out pretty well, but we'll see. I wrote it when I was half asleep. After my shift, I went back to my apartment to shower and change. Here's the fit. Then I headed to my first and only class of the day. It was absolutely beautiful outside, so I didn't mind the walk at all. My class was in Gore, so it wasn't super far from my apartment either. It's POSC 318, which is public opinion, and it's for my political science minor. It's not the worst class in the world, but it's also definitely not my favorite. Then I came back and had script review for my television production class. As you can tell, I was really nervous. but I think it went pretty well. So all I have to do now is edit my package for it. Then I acted in a package I wrote for Biweekly, which was super fun, and you should all tune into the Underclassmen show on April 25th to see it. I did some laundry afterwards because I had like no clothes and I've been avoiding doing it for so long. And that way my room wasn't filled with dirty clothes anymore. So I take it as a win-win. Afterwards, I watched some Parks and Rec. I've been rewatching the series and I'm on season 7, which is a lot better than I remember. It was a nice way to relax after a busy day. Then I headed over to my boyfriend's place because he had my blueberry cheesecake ice cream and I really wanted to try it. Overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It was really good and I loved the graham cracker throughout it, but there wasn't enough blueberry for my liking. But it's definitely something I would buy again. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye!
Well, it's almost summertime, and with summertime comes vacation. So we thought we would talk about some of our favorite vacation spots and stories and stuff. And I think Haley was pretty excited to tell us something.
Yeah, so one of my favorite places to go on vacation is Aruba. I've gone there 2 times. I'm going again in the summer with my parents and my family friends. But I have a couple of crazy vacation stories because, you know, we all do. And there's always some craziness in the airport. So one time we went to Mexico to visit my uncle on his wedding, and we first made a pit stop at Riviera Maya. So we took a plane from the US to Riviera Maya, and then we went from Riviera Maya to Mexico City, then we went from Mexico City to home. So in between the little spot layover, I decided to buy a snow globe. I was like, no big deal. I bought it after I got it out of the airport. So we were in Mexico City's airport about to go to Mexico City. 2 days later, we're in security and all of a sudden my bag gets flagged. And I was like, wait a second, why is my bag getting flagged? There's nothing in there. They're like, you have liquid in there. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have any water. I don't remember putting anything in there. It was the snow globe. They were like, oh, so you have a snow globe, so now you can't have it anymore. And little me is very upset because I collect snow globes.
They confiscated your snow
They
globe?
took my snow globe.
That's terrible.
so-
Wait, it gets better. And they're like, oh, since your bag got flagged, you need to go for security pat down. I was like, excuse me? They're like, yes, you need to go for security
You're
pat
like
down.
9 years old.
I was like 11, maybe 12, but I was still young. It was scary. You're in a foreign airport. So as we're waiting to be called to the gate, Haley Katz, please come to the gate. Haley Katz. They put my hands out, scan my hands for fingerprints, do my entire body, and my mom is just standing there and is like, oh my God, this girl is going to be scarred for her life because of this. Oh wait, it gets better. Then the following year we go to Aruba and I am the one who gets randomly searched. So for a couple years after that, every single time my boarding pass would always be like the one with like random check flagged for a couple years. I was on their secret list. I'm telling you, they have a list and I was on it.
You were on the 11-year-old snow globe drug mule.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God.
They're like, they have your photo like in the back, and they're like, this girl always has
She
a
is
snow globe.
wanted. She always has this snow globe. Find her.
We don't know what's in that snow globe.
There's vodka in the snow globe.
Yeah, definitely 12-year-old Haley has vodka in her snow globe. But what about you guys? What are some of your favorite vacation spots?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I haven't really done a ton of vacationing. Like I've been to like Disney World in Florida, and
Do you consider that a vacation?
Yeah. You don't
do?
consider it?
I
Nice.
do and I don't. I mean, I do consider it a vacation, but by day 5 and your feet are tired and swollen and you're screaming at all your loved ones because you guys have been together 24/7, it turns not to a vacation, but it's still so much fun.
I think you can define a vacation by whether you're making money or losing or spending money. If you're spending money, it's a vacation.
That's very
You
true.
always
Oh,
on
so
vacation
UD's a
then.
vacation?
What?
UD's a vacation?
I'm vacationing in Delaware, everybody. It's kind of.
Once you're out of school, that's how it works, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I haven't done a couple big things because my mom's gonna yell at me after the show if I don't mention these. So I was born in Japan and I've been back to Japan to visit.
wow.
And I've also been to South Korea and those were awesome. And then actually next week, I grew up in Alaska. I know this is a lot to take in like at once. But I'm going back to Alaska next week, which I am beyond excited about because I grew up there and I haven't been back since I left. So
So is that a vacation to you?
that is a vacation
Okay.
to me.
You did it all in one day.
All in
Yeah.
one round trip.
Yes, round trip to all those amazing places.
Yes.
That is kind of cool. I would love to go to Japan one day.
Me
I think that'd
too.
be so fun.
It's my top dream
it's
spot.
awesome. Like I loved it there, and I want to go back one day.
I want to do like the sushi conveyor belt because I always see them on TikTok, and I really want to do that. Also, my mom watches like a bunch of like animated shows and also like just like regular like dramas and stuff, and we always see like the scenery, and I want to go there so bad. It looks so pretty, and I really want to go there.
I agree with that because every time I see like food in anime, I'm like, I want that. My favorite vacation spot. So my dad used to work for Expedia, and when he worked there, he got to take me and my mom out to Atlantis in the Bahamas, which was the best vacation ever. But like, there's just so many funny moments from that. But like,
How were you able to hold your breath that long?
I don't even know. They gave us these special liquid bottles, and we just drank
Like
them.
in Star Wars?
Yeah.
No, they're talking about the rebreathers from Spy Kids too.
Yeah. But there was, I think it's very ironic that I did this because a lot of people may know I have a fear of like things underwater.
Okay.
But there's this big.
Same, honestly.
There's
The ocean
like,
is a scary place.
Thank you.
I mean, I love swimming in the ocean. Love the Jersey Shore. Grew up there. But the ocean is a scary
It's
place,
so
and I have a fear of the
terrifying.
ocean, just a tad.
So there's a thing that they have called the leap of faith there, and it's this like I think it's the tallest water slide.
Is it like the drop chute where you like sit there and it like drops you and you just fall?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Oh, it's so fun. But it's not, it doesn't even do a drop shoot. You kind of just stand on top of it, look at like the entire like vacation resort, and then a guy's just like, go. And you're like,
Really?
okay, I have to go. But you go down so quick, and then you're in a tube, and I didn't know this at the time, but when you go into the water, there's like sharks overhead, and you're like under in a
so it's
tank.
like
Yeah, so
shipped to the shark.
as a,
You're
so
getting
as a
shipped to the
kid,
shark
I
portal.
think that really triggered something because I was like, oh, that's a shark.
I'm just going down a water slide
Like
with
I
some
just
sharks
did
over
the
me.
scariest thing of my life, and now there's a shark in front of me.
So I actually have a really funny water park story. So I have a fear of going backwards unless I like to know where I'm going, not where I've been. So one time I was with like my campers. We went to a water park and we were on one of the like rafts that like when you're going it like spins you around. So there's me and my two campers and we're going down and they're petrified. I'm this is great, woohoo! We're going down, all of a sudden we turn around and I'm like, oh my god, like we're going backwards. And they're like, Coach Haley, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm great, guys. Just keep going. I'm never doing that again.
You gotta keep morale up.
Yeah, I do not like going backwards.
don't
So
blame
that's
you.
kind of reminded me of something similar to that.
This little circular.
Yeah, it
water
was one of
slide.
like the drop chutes where you like run and you jump on it. And then you took the big like wide tube,
Yeah.
and then I got like spinned around,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
one time I almost like flipped over.
I wouldn't like
So
that
much
either.
fun. Woo,
What about
water
you,
slides.
CJ?
I'll be honest. I've pretty much never really been on vacation except for I'll say is my grandma lived in Ocean City, Jersey, so we'd always visit her at least like once or twice a year.
Okay.
And we'd go down to the beach. But in high school, she sold her house and moved.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I've just like, and that was my only we never did a family Disney trip. We never did travel just because it's kind of terrible. But I realized I did my senior trip in high school for down to Disney, and I'm like, oh, this is what vacation is. That's weird.
Yeah, we did our senior trip to Disney too. It was so hot. It was such a mess. Our flights got delayed. So there's two flights. Of course, I was in Group B. Our flights got delayed 7 hours.
Oh.
And we were in the JetBlue terminal in Newark Airport, but it was before it got remodeled. So it was just a circular nothingness. It was so boring. Everyone was pissed off. Half the people on my flight have never been to Disney before ever. So I was very upset because I wanted to be with like my friends, but it was a lot. But, vacations have their
And
things.
I just want to say, because we're about to close out, for the record, next time I go to Disney, the last time I went was before Galaxy's Edge opened. Now Galaxy's Edge is open. I'm buying several lightsabers. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching Real Talk. We'll be back. We're going to take a break, so it'll be 2 weeks of no Real Talk and then a week of Real Talk. We'll see you then. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.